What's up? Welcome to another weekly episode of me on my journey to become a motivational speaker. This week, the topic is going to be about depression and what we go through and how to overcome it. I know in this day and age, a lot of people experience depression, and so I felt like this would be a good topic to touch on this week. So, just getting right into it. How we all become depressed is usually about circumstances that are going on in our lives. We're depressed because we don't know where we want to be. We're depressed about our current situation and how it seems like it's just so overwhelming to come over. We're depressed because of events that have happened in our lives that have dramatically changed where we are and how we operate. And so I would just start on those things first. First, about the events that have happened. So typically, depression can come from divorces, from deaths, from changing of your daily life, wherever you lost a job or you've lost someone that you were close with or something along those lines. And those are things that are just going to happen naturally in life. Those are things that are beyond our realm of control most of the time. Okay, you can't control that somebody died. You can't control that you lost a friend. You can't control things that have occurred to put you in a position where you're at this stage of your life. And so realizing that the situation and the circumstances you're in is just temporary, that this isn't going to last forever. You're not always going to be jobless. Yeah, the death obviously is going to be forever, but that person that has passed on is looking down on you and just proud of the person that you are. So instead of being depressed and going back and just wishing that they were still here, wishing that you had more time, just be grateful that you got to enjoy that person in that moment, and grateful of the memories that you've shared and that you've had with them, because those are things that can never go away, that will never be taken from you. And so how this actually affects you physically is because in your brain, in this part of your brain, which is called the amygdala. And what that does is it triggers the nerve endings down into that reaction that you always can feel. So you start thinking about that thing that causes that depression, and then your body physically hits those nerve endings of that feeling that you get, where you just feel paralyzed, consumed at that right moment. And so how to kind of overcome those things is through daily meditation and reflection. Daily meditation of just calming your brain down. When you go to the gym or you do stuff actively and you have to recover your body, whether you stretching or you ice bath or you get massages or you're just physically just resting, you have to rest your body in order to recover. You should also have to rest your brain in order to recover. So daily meditation and reflection is one of the greatest ways to try to overcome those obstacles. Me personally, a phase of my life where I was depressed is after I got out of the military. Just that loss of not being at that stage of my life anymore, it was very detrimental to me, and it was very difficult stage. I was turning to substance like drugs, alcohol, trying to drown out that null that I felt. But honestly, that's never gonna really change anything for you. You're still gonna wake up the next morning hungover, feeling like shit, and the problem's still gonna be there. So it's not really gonna solve anything for you at all whatsoever. How you really get over those type of things is just realizing that there's other better things that are still coming. Yeah, that was just one chapter of your life that closed, but now another one's gonna open. And wherever that may lead, wherever that may go, you're still going to be the person that you are. And most of the time, it's going to be even better than what you've ever expected it to be. So just realizing that there's better things coming than the things that you've already lost. And how you can neutralize and be in that moment is just being grateful for the position that you're in at this exact moment. So daily reflection and daily meditation is just a way to like calm your brain down and stop thinking of all those things that have already happened, and just realize that you're grateful for the position that you're in right now. It might not be like the end place, because life is just a marathon, it's not a sprint. And so running a marathon, there's different stages of it. You still have like a long race to go until you get to the finish line, which is the end. So you can still just pace yourself in getting through that whole journey. The daily meditation that I always like to do is just like in the shower, because that's like my quiet time, obviously. And what I do is I just pretend that like the water is just washing away all, not just like my body, but just physically and mentally. Like it's just cleansing all that stress, all that anxiety, all doubt, and it's physically washing it. And I just picture it in my brain that all that things that I was just worried and wanting to go away is just like flushing down the drain. So it's gone and it's just washed off of me. So maybe that could be something that would help with you to get over your depression. Another thing that would be super helpful is just to pick up like a new activity, something that you haven't done before. And so that way you're not just focused on being alone, being in the dark, being sad and depressed. You're actually excited to go try something different, something new. So you just put yourself into a different position to try something different. You'll meet some new people. You might pick up something that's a lifelong skill. You might just learn something different, and that way it also takes your mind off of that sad and depressing thing. It puts it into something new and different perspective. So for this week, I would challenge you to help come over your depression. Daily reflection and meditation, so that way you can just like calm your brain down. Second thing too is journaling. So getting all those thoughts and ideas down onto paper is a really good way to like take it like off of your brain and just relieve it onto paper. Don't just like type it onto like notes or like iPad or anything electronic. Like physically write out into like a journal, into like a notebook, something where these thoughts that like consume you on the regular basis are actually exiting your body. And then the third thing, like try a different activity or pick up something different that might intrigue you. So that way you're not constantly doing the same patterns and you're constantly getting the same emotional responses from the past things that have caused you to be in the situation of depression that you're in right now. So those three things will greatly help with your depression, and I feel like if you just practice those things, it will just relieve a lot of the depression that you might be facing right now. So do me a favor, comment down below if these things are actually helping you, and give me some positive or negative feedback. Either way, I'm always open to constructive criticism. And honestly, something for next week that you might want to see. So something that you might be experiencing, something that you need help with, like that's what I'm here to do. This is why I'm on this journey to become a motivational speaker, because I truly believe that this is going to be my calling, and this is the way of the journey that I got to go. So hope this helps, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.